For this week's TESPN podcast, joined by a couple of senior boys soccer players, Ben Mills and Colin Flood. Nathaniel Willie and I are here to interview these guys. Boys soccer off to a really great start this year. So far as we sit here now, I think it's 6 wins, no losses, 1 tie, I believe.
Either 6 or 5.
5 or 6 wins. The key, no losses. And then the 1 tie down in Norfolk Academy. But really want to talk to you guys about how this season has started off so well. And then, of course, as we filmed this on about 2 days ago, you guys got a big win at Collegiate 4-3, which is a rivalry that we've not gotten the better of them many times. So I think the first thing I just wanted to ask for both of you who've been in this program for 4 years, what did it mean to beat Collegiate on their field, particularly because you guys have had a lot of illness going through the team?
Yeah, I mean, my freshman year we went there, we lost 2-1, so I've never actually beaten them, so beating them felt really good because, I don't know, it was a new feeling for me and for Mr. Phillips himself because he doesn't usually do it, other than that last time he did it a few years ago. But yeah, it was a pretty surreal moment. It was fun. We all came together through adversity and worked together.
I mean, in all my years of playing soccer on the team, I'm 2-1 against Collegiate because I played JV 1 year with you, Mr. Hamlin. We beat them 1-0, which is felt probably just as good as beating their varsity team 4-3 the other day. Just on their field, playing against some of the guys that we know. There's some friendly competition. It was really awesome to beat them.
Let me follow up because I saw you, Ben, that afternoon, I think around lunchtime before you were going to go, and I was like, how do you think it's going to go? And you're like, it could be rough. We have so much illness. Yeah. And I even found the coaches, and I was like, these guys are talking not necessarily with a lot of confidence. I just hope we don't get killed. What changed from when I saw you that morning? And it was I just hope we don't get killed, to having a mindset that we're going to go out there and win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I said it to you in the hallway too. I was thinking about it. I was telling Chuck, all of them, I was like, guys, there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal.
That's right.
And I think
say that.
I think that's a really good quote, honestly, because it's a good quote and saying. It speaks to our team. When we played Cape Henry on that Friday 2 weeks ago, I mean, we were out for blood, and that's what. It's kind of what the whole saying is. You should be scared of someone that has nothing to lose, and they're out for blood, and that's what we did against Collegiate. We were up 4-1 at one point. I mean, we just weren't scared of them.
Well, Coach Travis, who's a legend, and he's in the Trinity Hall of Fame. Our basketball court is named Travis Court. We have the E. Dale Travis Sportsmanship Award. We have the Travis Tournament for basketball. So you all, as Trinity students, have heard the name Dale Travis a lot. But for our Trinity historians, fans of Titan athletics for a long time, I played for Coach Travis, and that was one of the things he used to always say is there's nothing as dangerous as a wounded animal. That was one of his favorite comments that he would say. Usually before we played not a very good team, he would say there's nothing as dangerous as a wounded animal, which was his way of saying don't take this team lightly.
That's kind of.
So I'm gonna ask a couple questions. So, first one, Colin, collegiate game. I was talking to your mom at the game. I was just chatting it up. What was your going through your head when you got your first high school hat trick?
I mean, I don't really care about the hat trick. I kind of more care about winning, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you score. It kind of matters if you win. Yeah, I mean, it was cool, but yeah, it's nothing to think about too much.
And then this kind of for both of you. We're pretty good friends. This summer, y'all put a lot of work in. We're working out pretty much every day, lifting, going out to U of R, getting the games. Yeah. Talk me through that and how it helped everyone in the team come together over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, I give a lot of praise to our captains. Charlie Davis, Colin here. They, after that Cape Henry loss, we to put it in MJ's shoes, we took it personally, man. We were really, really distraught. It was the most men I've seen cry in one space. I was a wreck. All the seniors were a wreck. We weren't gonna take it again. And this offseason, Charlie, I give all of my growth as a athlete and as a soccer player to him. He got me out when I didn't want to go out. He made me lift when I didn't want to go lift. He made me work really hard. He made the team work really hard. We were at U of R, Trinity, doing all these things. So I think that speaks to why we had such a strong start, why we're having such a strong start. So I really want to thank those guys.
Yeah, and I can confirm that, living close by, and you all probably saw me pretty slowly jogging around campus a lot in the summer, but I saw you two, Jack Fannin, Charlie, here all hours, and that's not even on top of the twice a week pickup games that we had, and the commitment level on the boys soccer program has been huge, and you see the rewards paying off right now. So each of you kind of has different roles within the team. Ben, you bring a lot of energy. I mean, truly, and I told the JV team this yesterday, your improvement into a key contributor on varsity is an awesome lesson for those guys. Because as a ninth grader on JV, mostly you didn't even start, and now you're starting on varsity on, so far, knock on wood, one of the better varsity soccer teams we've had in a long time. So I just wanted you to talk maybe about your role, and then Colin, for you, after Ben's done, you're a 4-year starter. We're already had all league and all state honors. So clearly you're a marked man by opponents, and you're almost always man marked, and the other team's game plan usually starts with trying to slow you down. So can you just talk about each of your roles and how you contribute to the team?
You went first.
Oh, you got it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, my freshman year, I did not play much on JV. I think I had 1 goal against Fuma, which kind of speaks for itself.
One of the 11.
One of the 11 goals in our JV match against Fuma. Yeah, I wasn't the best player. I didn't take soccer insanely seriously until later after the JV season. I had such an amazing time. I kind of fell in love with it. My dad always preaches soccer at home. I watch it all the time for fun, and then 10th grade year, it was the COVID year. I was I want to really train. I want to really get good. I want to make varsity next year because that was kind of a blip year. And then we had a mini spring season. But, I tried to work really hard in the off season, and then I knew that I wasn't going to be, the leading goal scorer, technically, as good as Charlie or Colin, but I was just always going to try to be everywhere at one time, kind of like Griffin Wright, shout out. He's everywhere all at once, all the time, and that's kind of who I wanted to be. I play on the wing, so just getting back, trying to help on defense, just running as much as I can, trying to be everywhere, and maybe assisting this guy every once in a while. But yeah, it's a cool role because you feel kind of humbled by the talent around you.
Yeah, and you seem to strike me as the ultimate team player, like Griffin was as well. That's a great shout out for him, also former TESPN podcaster Griffin Wright. And Colin, just because Ben's been talking for a while, just to remind you of the question, just what's it like to be the focal point for your opponents, and how hard they're trying to stop you? And also one thing that really strikes me about how you play is you're incredibly unselfish, which a lot of times goal scorers get selfish, but you have an amazing mix of most games you score a goal or 2 or 3, but you also are getting your teammates involved. Just talk about your role on the team.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest parts is just making sure to get my teammates involved, because I might have 2 people on me, but that just means one teammate's wide open at all times. So I just have to know that someone's always going to be open, and that just get everyone involved. And I kind of had a cool perspective being on the team for 4 years, because I've seen different sources of leadership. My freshman year, we had really good captains, and they've kind of they've honestly driven me and Charlie to work harder, because they kind of just taught us how to work on the off season, and what to practice on. So yeah, I've had a really cool perspective of just having different leaders, which helped me grow as a player and as a captain now.
So final question for me is we're undefeated right now. Y'all are off to a really good start. How are y'all gonna be able to keep this momentum and not get too cocky, but not let up a little bit, and just like you said, you don't want to be surprised by one of those teams that you're not thinking about?
I mean, it's just never be satisfied. It's that simple. I think, we play for something bigger than ourselves. Earlier in the season, we thought Charlie was going to be out the majority of the season. We banded together. We were we're going to do this for Charlie. We played for a bigger cause. That's what gave us a lot of energy and hope early on. And then, using stuff from last season, before the Cape Henry game, we were sitting in Norval's room. I don't think I heard anyone talk. And the scores were written up on the board from the previous years. We know we got to take care of business, make our mark on the school, be the first state champions. We play for something bigger than ourselves, so that's what we try to do.
Yeah, and I think a key to our success, I mean, we're getting a ton of players back this week. Like, we've really had a small team. Like, against Woodbury, we had 1 sub. Against Collegiate, we thought we were going to be low numbers, but we honestly had more than I thought because we got a few players back right that day. And, like, yeah, so we're just going to have more subs going on, and, like, we just got to work for each other.
All right, I got one more kind of thoughtful question, and then we'll also finish with just a quick lightning round with quick questions, quick answers. But it's just about, you two have been teammates and great friends, not just here in high school, but going all the way back to both of you guys coming from St. Michael's, Reed Bacon as well, Hayes Shepherd as well. I don't know if I'm leaving anybody out who's on varsity who was with you guys in middle school, but can you just talk about like y'all's journey together as and I know also like Gus Mitchell and Blake Whitaker, not that they play soccer, but like you guys all have been this group of friends for so long, which is really neat for me to see. I remember you guys back at Titan basketball camp when you were like in elementary school. Just what that, and then also with your dad coaching you guys on the St. Michael's middle school team, now being one of the Trinity assistant coaches. Just can you put into words what having a relationship with your kind of brothers means to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it speaks a lot, like on the field. We have this chemistry where we're always gonna have each other's backs. Like we've known each other. I've known this guy for 5-6 years now. I've known Reed my whole life, basically 13 years, going on 13 years. I mean, yeah, I think it's 13 because kindergarten through 12, I don't know, something like that. 12 or 13 years. I mean, it's just like I was saying earlier, it feels like I'm also playing for like my brother, like playing for, something bigger than just our team too. Like we gotta always having each other's back. We have so much chemistry on and off the field. Also guys like Liam Davis, our whole team, we try to do so many things out of school together too. Try to always hang out in school, out of school. I think it speaks numbers to what we're doing so far this year. I think our chemistry is amazing. From all the years I've played sports in general and like all the time I've been at Trinity, I haven't been a part of something with the chemistry as good as it is now. I mean, it's amazing. It's so fun. So it's just like not taking it for granted and just keeping up, dudes like keeping positivity up, and like I think that's really what's making us so good this year.
Yeah, going off what Ben said, I mean, I kind of think that we know how to motivate each other because we just like we've known each other for so long. We know what like gets one going. It was also pretty cool playing collegiate because like their goalie went to St. Michael's too, and so did like their left wing. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about when y'all were in 8th grade and your St. Michael's team scrimmaged our Trinity JV team, and like the amount of kids from that game who went on, and some girls too, because August Gregory and Ryan Lewis, who's a collegiate, were also on that team with you guys. V Updike, I think, was on that team. So not just boys, but like it's just amazing. Like I still have that picture from after that game and how many people from that game went on to contribute in varsity soccer, both here and at collegiate. And then, some of those guys from that JV team who just graduated last year who you guys got to play with. All right, well, you guys have been awesome. Let's just, a few quick questions. What's your favorite pregame song, hype song?
You got it.
Dreams and Nightmares, Meek Mill. I don't know why. I just like.
Gotta go with oh gosh. I don't know. Lil Uzi gets me going on one song.
Also, Better in Stereo, the Live and Mighty theme song that gets me so into it.
Favorite Premier League team?
Go Reds, Liverpool. Come on.
Oh, Man City. The class.
Oil money.
You guys have a pretty big coaching staff here on the varsity staff. And five coaches. Which of the coaches is the funniest?
Tyree.
Yazinski makes me laugh.
Which of your teammates is the funniest?
Reed. Right here.
Oh, come on, you're too kind.
Favorite meal?
Cereal.
Caesar salad.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
Richmond, Virginia. No.
God. I don't know, like France.
Favorite class you've taken at Trinity?
Mr. Hamlin's Western Civic.
Oh God, it's such a layup. IB Spanish SL.
And finally, who is the best dresser on the soccer team?
I hate to
Reed.
like on the field or off the field?
Off the field.
Reed Bacon.
I hate giving it to him, but I have to give it to Reed. His fashion sense is absurd.
He's got that drip, huh?
He's
The jorts.
he's been rocking the jorts for like 3 months now.
The pearls.
Let's bringing it back.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, guys. Congratulations on the great start. We're still only, as we film this, I think it's September 15th. So, the season hopefully goes all the way to about mid-November. So, a lot still to play for. But you guys have a lot to be proud of. Y'all have had an awesome career and a particularly great start to this season. And keep it up. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Andrew.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to this week's TESPN podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed our interview with Ben Mills and Colin Flood from boys soccer. As you can see, we're dressed a little differently, filming this on a second day. And also our director, Lily Jeanette, has emerged from behind the camera to join us for our weekly review segment of the podcast. It was a great week in Titan Athletics, highlighted by field hockey had a big tournament in Northern Virginia where they outscored their opponents 20-1, and then they also got a 7-0 win at John Paul the Great. Football with a big win at Collegiate, 49-14. Boys soccer remaining undefeated with their big win at Collegiate that you've already heard about from Colin and Ben. Volleyball had a tough loss to a very good Norfolk Academy team, but bounced back against Central Virginia Homeschool. And all our sports continue to roll along. Tennis is still has a winning record. So Titan sports going well right now. So we just wanted to give some awards for the week that's just passed. Some athletes of the week and rookies of the week. Lily, why don't you go first? Let's talk about your athlete of the week.
My athlete of the week is going to be Olivia Schminke. In one of the games in the past tournament last weekend, she had 4 of their goals, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and she's committed to Delaware for field hockey, which is a powerhouse program. She'll be doing her signing day here coming up in a few weeks. Need to make sure to remember to write that letter of recommendation for Olivia Schminke. But very talented field hockey player, and
a great leader on the field as well, too.
Absolutely. Nathaniel?
So we just saw him, Colin Flood, first high school hat trick. He really just dominated that game. He was covered by like 4 guys the whole game, and he somehow like got around all of them 3 times and was just like really like working the ball well, and he like assisted pretty well and just knew like if he has 4 guys on him, he has some guys open, so he was like helping like pass the ball around and get some other people some goals.
For sure, and he's so unselfish. We talked about that in the interview, but for me, I played soccer here back in the 90s, and then I've coached the boys JV team most of the last 20 years or so. Other than Mr. Phillips, I probably have seen more Trinity soccer games than anybody, and Colin Flood truly is one of the top handful of players that we've ever had. Yeah. And it's his goal scoring, it's his speed, it's his skill. He's a great teammate. And he's a great passer. I think that's one thing that because he scores a lot of goals, people don't realize he could score even more goals, but he's so unselfish. And Ben, he's had such a great example as well. Nobody works harder than Colin, so that's a great one. For my player of the week, I'm going to go with the tennis number 1 doubles team of V. Updike and Gabby Strickler. They're undefeated. I think even when the team lost a match 8-1, they still got it done at number 1 doubles. So I know if you watched the podcast last year, V. Updike was someone we talked a lot about as a rookie who contributed on 3 varsity programs with tennis and basketball and soccer. But now as a sophomore, she stepped up to number 1 in singles and number 1 in doubles and is undefeated in doubles. And Gabby Strickler, a junior who is right there alongside her. So that's my athletes of the week, V and Gabby, a couple of St. Michael's alums making us proud.
The honorable mention to Sarah Coleman, who won her cross-country meet last week, I believe. Yeah,
it was the dual meet with St. Catherine's, and Sarah got first in the whole meet, so great job by Sarah. She's improved she's been here 5 years in cross-country and just keeps getting better every year. All right, how about a rookie of the week? We'll start this time with you, Nathaniel.
So I think we all came together and decided on a rookie. It's going to be Brady Lang. So he just came back off a collarbone injury, and we were pretty sick this week against Collegiate. First game back, and he stepped
in. Just as interrupt for 1 second, When you say pretty sick, you mean like literally many players had illness.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Not
were,
like,
we
oh, I
were
was sick.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we were like this close to having to forfeit that game with how many players we were down. So
yeah, so Brady's been out the whole season with a broken collarbone. So his first game back
Yes.
is against the defending state champions.
Steps in
On
for
their
Davis,
field.
big player, and steps in when he's on the sideline about to pass out.
Yeah, so Brady, so that was his first ever varsity contest, and he was injured most of last year as well, so he barely got to play even on JV last year. So great job by Brady, Rookie of the Week, and now that he's back, cleared and healthy, I think we're going to see a lot more great things from him.
Yeah.
I played soccer with Brady a lot over the summer, and he's very fast, has a strong left foot. He also was the girls' soccer manager last year, so he would get out there and play with the girls, and he's a really good player, and that's a name to keep in mind because I think he's going to continue to contribute as the season progresses.
Yep.
definitely,
All right, well, as we film this, we've got more big contests coming up.
it's a big day.
Yeah, today, by the time you
Or
see
this
this,
weekend.
this stuff will have already happened, but we've got boys soccer with a home game against VES, football with a home game against Norfolk Academy, trying to remain undefeated. Huge field hockey game tomorrow, Trinity versus Norfolk Academy. I think they played against each other
Finals
for
last
6
year.
or 7 years in a row in the state championship
Yeah.
game. So that's going to be big. By the time we probably have this out, that will have happened. So I guess next week we'll have a chance to talk about that. Hopefully a Titan victory in all those contests. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.